Good evening, everyone. I'm Nancy Cox. Thank you for joining us at 6. Kevin Christopher has tonight off. Talk about cold. Today was downright dangerous, forcing several schools to close, including Fayette County. Tomorrow, many more closings, also including Fayette County again. Classes and all activities in Fayette County are canceled for Thursday. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bill Mack for the latest.
Bless your heart. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, the cold's doing a lot of nasty things out there. We are talking about temperatures tomorrow morning on our future track. Some of us may end up below zero. Now, it's not going to be the epic below zero they're seeing up in the Great Lakes, but still, for us, it's cold enough. 0 or below from basically I-64 north. Looks like we'll be above zero going down toward the Tennessee line with single-digit temperatures. There won't be the wind chill that we had to deal with this morning, so that part gets a little bit better. The wind chill now, actually right now, air temperature, we're now down to 5 in Lexington, Mount Sterling, and Frankfort, Moorhead, 4 in Flemingsburg, mid-teens as we look across the south. Those wind chill values are still below zero from I-64 north. It is a cold, cold evening out there, and that just looks like the tundra. But you see those high clouds right there? That could be the saving grace from seeing temperatures absolutely tank. Max Track Live Doppler right now is quiet, but watch the future track. See those clouds? That is the difference between just a brutal night and just a really cold night. And also the possibility of a couple snow showers or flurries comes in as well. We're going to talk about all that and an end to this mess in a couple minutes.
Thanks, Bill. We do have some breaking news in Madison County, where crews are searching for a missing woman who could be out in this cold. Connor McHugh is live at Lake Reba in Richmond with more. Connor.
Nancy, you can see there are a number of cars of first responders here off of Catalpa Loop, which is east of Richmond, and that's because a number of those first responders are out here in the bitter cold searching for a missing woman. Now that woman, we'll show you a picture of her right here, is 26-year-old Amanda Bailey. This was sent to us by people close to her. She went missing Monday evening in this exact same area, which is right near Lake Reba in Madison County. Sheriff's deputies tell us they learned Bailey went missing yesterday, or they learned yesterday she went missing, and searched the area where she was last seen, which is the same exact area. This afternoon, they are out here again, so far with no luck finding her. Now, deputies say they are making a large effort right now because of how cold it is. They say that is one of the biggest worries right now, and them wanting to find her as fast as possible. They do tell us that as of right now, they are not considering foul play in this case. We will bring you the latest both on air and online for LEX 18, but for right now, we are covering the news live in Madison County. Back to you.
All right, Connor, we'll keep you updated on that. Well, a devastating early morning fire has taken the life of a 12-year-old boy. It happened in Science Hill in Pulaski County. Authorities say the fire may have started with a heating lamp used to keep pets warm in these frigid temperatures. LEX 18's Eleanor Buckley has tonight's big story.
A desperate call for help quickly leads to a heartbreaking discovery when the Science Hill Fire Department learned someone was trapped in a house fire with no way out.
Unfortunately, the 12-year-old was still inside, and it was too late upon our arrival to perform a rescue.
The family has identified the boy as Hunter Wesley. Crews say the fire spread too quickly, giving Hunter no chance to get out after he went back into the fire in an attempt to save his dog.
High winds definitely helped spread the fire throughout the structure. We dealt with pretty significant winds most of the time we were here.
And it may have been those animals Hunter was trying to save that could have been part of the reason the fire started in the first place.
They had a heat lamp going on the back deck to provide warmth for some cats or other animals out there.
Hunter's mother was taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation. A family member has started a GoFundMe to help raise money for the Wesley family, who has now lost their 12-year-old son, their home, and several family pets.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the family during this.
Covering the news in Pulaski County, Eleanor Buckley, LEX 18 News.
Well, the combination of snow and frigid temperatures has created some issues on the roads. Kylan Mills is live with the LEX 18 mobile cam here in Lexington with a look at the roads right now.
Good evening, Nancy. Yeah, we've been tracking conditions since this morning. The good news, main roads are pretty clear in Lexington. We'll give you a look right now at New Circle Road. We are just passing Liberty Road, heading north on the circle towards Bryan Station. You can see the roadway really pretty dry. A little bit of snow and slush on the side of the roads, but not creating much problems there. Now, we're still seeing some snow on those neighborhood roads, and that could continue to linger tonight and into tomorrow as the temperature continues to drop overnight. But we talked with several drivers around Lexington today who are navigating these conditions. They tell us they were over this before they even walked out the door this morning. The mood waking up across Lexington was pretty universal this morning.
I didn't want to get up. I just as soon stayed where I was in that bed. So.
Oh my goodness, I've never felt it this cold before as long as I can remember, so I wasn't really motivated to get up and get to work this morning.
And for the brave souls who did eventually make it out in the frigid temps.
I knew it was coming, but it's still definitely a shock to the system when you step out and feel that cold. It just burns right through the coats and boots and gloves and everything you've got on.
I've experienced some stuff in Alaska, and I'll tell you what, I think it was warmer in Alaska than it was here. At least today.
Then drivers had to face some snowy and slick roads. We're told last night conditions were brutal.
I came out of Mount Sterling last night, and I could not tell which lane I was in. Thank goodness I was the only car on the road. But no, it was difficult with the snow blowing.
Today, though, main roads in Lexington, like New Circle, are mostly clear.
Not too bad. You know, some of the lanes, especially like a turn lane here and there, definitely have some snow in them. But for the most part, not a lot of difficulty navigating.
But neighborhood streets will likely have snow lingering until Friday.
It didn't look like they'd been traveled much. We just got out and this was our first stop, so they were a little icy.
The best advice, though, is really just to take it a little bit slow and be careful tonight. Here's one last look at New Circle Road. Heading towards Bryan Station, things are fairly clear and moving smoothly. Of course, we'll continue to track the latest for you. You can join us on air and online at LEX18.com for the latest. For now, we're live in the mobile cam. We'll send it back to you.
Well, the homeless shelter at the Catholic Action Center is full to the brim following a frigid 24 hours. They're thankful for all the many donations to help keep so many people safe, but they do need more as they gear up for another busy night. Claire Crouch continues our Storm Tracker team coverage.
The phone for the Compassionate Caravan is ringing off the hook.
Oh, that's the van.
George Withers says the need to bring people in from the cold has been non-stop.
It's been hectic, it has. So you take more and more people every day.
The van that serves as a literal lifesaver to those living on the streets rolled all through the night.
Any gloves or anything?
Bringing in 18 people after 11 p.m., packing the shelter with 236 people, the fullest Withers has ever seen it.
They're also filling up rooms here at the Days Motel on Versailles Road. This is where people with pets can be dropped. In fact, 7 dogs and their owners were brought here just last night by the Compassionate Caravan.
One lady got a pit, one's got a Labrador.
They're expecting tonight to be just as busy, which is why they're once again calling for donations. Specifically, large-sized long underwear, sleeping bags, hand warmers, and any and all food donations.
All these people, extra people coming in, we're gonna have to feed them, because we feed 3 times a day.
Withers says it's great to see so many people seeking shelter from the cold, but he knows there are many more still in need.
We still got a little bit to go, but we will be all right.
Covering the news in Lexington, Claire Crouch, LEX 18 News.
Donations can be dropped off at the Catholic Action Center anytime, day or night. They're located at 1055 Industry Road. Conditions can vary from one side of the county to the other when it snows, and it can be challenging for those who make the tough decisions about whether or not to go to school. Meteorologist Jill Swed spoke with one superintendent to find out what he takes into consideration.
To go to school or not to go to school? Superintendents are faced with this question a multitude of times each winter. Extreme cold, dangerous wind chills, and light snow cancel classes across central and eastern Kentucky today. Roads may have been fine in your neighborhood, but some school districts, like Estill County, have to consider road conditions around the county and up 3 mountains.
And I'm out on the roads probably at 4 in the morning, if not before sometimes.
This gives school leaders enough time to make a decision before the first buses hit the road. And it's not just bus drivers that they have to worry about.
I do worry about our student drivers, and that's something that I always have a concern about with them being out on roads that are not sometimes the best of conditions.
Sub-zero wind chills were also a factor this morning. When it comes to canceling for cold, it's all about what students are used to.
What are your kids used to? It's not normal weather for us.
When it comes down to it, it's all about student safety during these winter months. Covering the news in Estill County, Jill Swed, LEX 18 News.
Well, did Kentucky school districts make the right move by canceling class today? Yesterday, Governor Matt Bevin called the move too soft. And for that, he's getting criticized nationally, even by America's favorite weatherman. LEX 18's Carolina Buchek has the story.
As school cancellations for today rolled in, Kentucky's governor spoke up.
Now we cancel school for cold. I mean,
it's deep freeze. This is serious business.
It is. Come on now. I mean, there's no ice going with it or any snow.
In a radio interview, Governor Matt Bevin questioned if the decision to close schools was the right one.
What happens to America? We're getting soft, Terry. We're getting soft.
Then Bevin tried to qualify his comments.
And I do appreciate it's better to err on the side of being safe, and I'm being only slightly facetious.
Seconds later, he doubled down.
It does concern me a little bit that in America, on this and any number of other fronts, we're sending messages to our young people that if life is hard, you can curl up in the fetal position somewhere in a warm place and just wait till it stops being hard.
People quickly took to Twitter to say that the governor was wrong. Even NBC's Al Roker criticized the statement.
This nitwit governor in Kentucky saying that, we're weak. These are kids who are going to be in sub-zero wind chills. No. Cancel school. Stop it.
Covering the news, Carolina Buchek, LEX 18 News.
After the governor's interview, Kentucky's Lieutenant Governor Janine Hampton, who is not running on Bevin's re-election ticket, liked another person's tweet that said, quote, "I hope Matt Bevin's car won't start tomorrow and he's locked out of his house with nowhere to go," end quote. But she later said that she unintentionally hearted the tweet. LEX 18 News will be right back.